Dante. What's going on? What up? What up? Happy Tuesday, boys and girls. Today is episode 113 of Crew Talk Sports, brought to you by Crew Talk Radio, your number one Broncos podcast, Twitter, everything, entertainment center in Northern Colorado and parts of Wyoming. Big shout out to Gerald. He's a YouTube god. Big shout out to Ed Vinyls, the only guy who calls in sick on his day off. But the biggest and best shout out to Dante, the man, the myth, the buzzball slamming legend. Before we get into it, how was your weekend, bud? I just want to have you mentally prepare for this slam. We're gonna prolong it as long as we can. How was your weekend, bud?
3-day weekend. It was great. I was more tired from the weekend. You should be rested, rejuvenated, 3 days off. No, I was dead
Yes.
tired from the weekend. So that's how you know it was a good weekend.
Dead tired. Big Sunday for you, which
Big
we
Sunday.
will get into. So we do something called this is a Crew Talk Sports. You love to see it. We got Mr. First Down chiming in here. What is it ever real between us? Was it even real between us, Dante? I think. Mr. First Down. Just wait till you see my man over here what he's got to do. So we're doing this new segment. It's called the Buzzball Bet of the Weekend, where us three will throw Gerald in there if he's still alive, and we're basically betting. We're putting nuts on table for a buzzball slam. Unfortunately, Dante, the NASCAR god himself, lost to Evan and myself. What are we even doing? I chose Bubba fucking Wallace, who was leading, by the way, for a majority of the race. So Dante, do you want? We can do the summary of NASCAR after, but why don't you go ahead and slam that buzzball, bud? The people have been waiting, and we need full slam here. We need full slam. Yeah.
All right.
Mr.
While I'm
First
slamming it, I know you're not the biggest NASCAR fan, but tell me about just what you were thinking watching the race. Did you enjoy it? Was it at least fun to watch?
I guess it was the first time really committing into a whole entire NASCAR race. Did you already slam that? My
Yep.
God. Very nice. Well done. Well done. There has to be an applaud here. An applaud. Cheering. Cheering. There you go, bud. We'll get this going for you. There you go. Nice. 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 It was a lot of mayhem going on. Here's the thing that tripped me out. Bubba Wallace leading the pack, 20 laps left or whatever. They're mind fucking the whole pitting situation. I get fresh tires. Fuck you. Why did he not get back to the front? Everybody else pitted. They're pitting as a team. I guess I didn't understand. Why was it that important to pit? Could you not just have finished the race? McDowell, or if he would have waited, like McDowell did. Live bet McDowell plus 850. He was in first. I think that was the quickest $5 I've ever lost. Guess I don't necessarily understand it too much. But the whole pitting nonsense, I was like, how didn't Bubba Wallace win? I think after I listened to his interview, he seemed pretty upset that he didn't win too. What did he do that really took him out of it? I know Michael Jordan's teammate won or whatever, but his teammate won. What happened with Bubba? He was in it. He was in first place for a large majority of that third stage. What happened?
So NASCAR, I kind of equate to like golf, where when you watch it on TV, if you don't know what you're watching, it's hard to understand. But once you start following it, and you're like, oh, he's laying up here. Oh, okay, this is why this shot's hard. NASCAR is kind of the same way. So when you're watching on TV, you're just seeing like 3 wide go around the track for 40 laps, right? What you're not seeing is, if you're looking at the lap times, they can normally run like a 46-second lap around Daytona. They were running 52 seconds, which is much slower because they were trying to save fuel the whole time.
Which I understood that.
Yes. And the reason being is because then when they have to pit, they had to pit one more time to make it on gas. The theory is if I have more gas when I have to pit, my pit stop will be shorter and I'll get to pass some cars on pit lane. So then it gets to the point where it's like, well, if you don't start saving fuel, you're the asshole that gets stuck in the pits while everyone passes you. So that's why it just goes into like who can save the more fuel, and it's not very exciting. which, if you just turn on the TV, if you're Ev and you never watched a NASCAR race, you're like, oh, these dudes are just hauling around, 3 wide for
It was
4
three
tracks.
wide for like probably an hour straight.
Yeah, but if you understand like what's going on with the fuel saving, and you're like, okay, well, if you're the leader, you have to have your foot on the gas more. If you're in the back, you're catching the draft, you're half throttle, you're saving more fuel. So there's almost sometimes an advantage to being in the back. The problem is when they're 3 wide block, you can't pass. So then Bubba
Can't
Wallace
pass.
he has the
Nobody
attitude
could
of,
pass anywhere.
yeah.
I was thinking that somebody should be that dude that's on social media and just drive on the grass at one point. I was like, this is fucking trippy. 3 wide, nobody could go anywhere. I was loving it because my boy Bubba was up front.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
people
what
are
happened?
pissed off at the Toyotas because they were the 3 up in
Parked
the
the
front,
bus.
slowing everything down
Yeah.
so much. And then what happened is, so they pit, and at Daytona, the draft is very important, right? Well, they didn't come out close enough. There was some issues with like guys in the top lane couldn't get down to pit, so they had to go an extra lap. So they didn't get a good pit, and they came off the track slow, so it allowed the other cars to pass them. So that's kind of what happened with Bubba, is he just didn't come out of the pits the best like he should have, and that's why he was so upset, because theoretically their strategy should have. It's just all like chess. It's a huge strategy game of like, okay, we'll be up front now. It's going to cost us late, whatever. But
Yeah.
that's why that last lap was so exciting, because there was only like 10 cars, so they weren't gridlocked, so they could actually make some passes and get some runs.
Yeah. The last lap was completely bananas, bro. I mean,
it was awesome.
Who was leading it? And then they crashed. Who
Carson
was it?
Hocevar was leading, and
No, Chase Elliott.
Well, so at the line, Carson Hocevar is leading, right? And
oh yeah,
we've talked about him. He's a wrecker. He goes to throw a block, gets spun out to the inside, which is good on NASCAR, because a lot of times they'll throw the caution and then the race would just be over.
right.
How shitty would that be? So
yeah, I don't like that.
They kept it going, and then Chase had the lead. And
Yeah.
I'm watching with my dad, who's a huge Chase Elliott fan. He's like, he's gonna win it. He's gonna win it. Out of nowhere, here comes Reddick, because he caught his draft and got a bunch of speed and faked him out, went high, then dove down low. Reddick's teammate pushing him to the number 35. He went high and kind of caused that wreck. Reddick wins out of nowhere. Chase Elliott, they asked him, like, why don't you try and throw a block? He's like, I probably could have.
He guessed though.
Wrong. Little fun fact about Chase Elliott: he's never won a crown jewel race. So some people have got some questions about Chase Elliott there. But overall,
how much did your dad have on Elliott?
He had a parlay. You know how it is, and it wasn't hitting. It's just the thing with Daytona is it's like betting horses at the Derby. You have no idea. Just pick a number out. Literally, you pick a number out of a hat and good luck. Which that's what makes it exciting, though, because it's like some races will go to, like in a couple weeks they're going to be racing at Coda. We know Shane Van Gisbergen is the only one that has a chance to win that race. Like him and
Hammer down. Well, who's the other? Was it Martin Truex or who else is a course race? Is it Reddick?
So like Zilich. I was telling you about him. He's a good road course racer. There's a couple of guys but Van Gisbergen's kind of a little bit ahead of everybody.
Van Gisbergen, that's my cousin. I love that motherfucker.
But it was this Daytona, I felt, had a lot of buzz around it. Even people that aren't NASCAR fans were tuning in.
Marshawn Lynch was there. Michael
Kreischer.
I saw they interviewed him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, we got 4 guys as long as one of them wins it." And I was like, who else is it? It's not Denny Hamlin's not considered one of his guys, right?
No, so 23XI, him and Denny's team, they have Tyler Reddick, who won, Bubba Wallace, Riley Herbst. He was the number 35 car that kind of made the block. So at the very last second before the checkered flag. And then they have a rookie. His name is Corey Heim. He's like up and coming.
He was up there. He
was doing good. Yeah, he was doing good. Mike, I mean, just think about like, to win the Daytona, Michael Jordan was like, this is like me winning a championship. Like he was pumped up for it. It was kind of cool to see, especially because all the drama in the offseason with the lawsuits.
Yeah.
I was talking about earlier, a couple episodes ago, how like Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin sued NASCAR and they ended up winning. So
yeah,
it was kind of like a big
fuck you
to NASCAR. Yeah. A little bit. So
I thought it was interesting. Marshawn Lynch was there. The comedian.
Puka. Did you see Puka Nakua was
Puka was there. He went around the first lap or whatever the pre-race lap was. Yeah, that was cool. Who else was the comedian that I really like? Nate.
Dude, he's hilarious.
Yeah, that fool is so fucking funny, dude. He has one of my funniest jokes. He's like, my old man fell down. Old people, if you notice, they fall. They always fall in slow motion. Great stand-up comedy comedian. It's on Netflix too, which I want to get into too, because besides NASCAR, your boy Trillo's been traveling a lot, watching movies. Real quick, we'll get this out of the way. So I've been traveling a lot, putting down movies, man. Okay, I watched Housemaids. I finished Final or Fantastic Four, and then I watched the F1. I
Oh,
watched
good
that on the
movie.
way to Tennessee because I'm like, oh, I'm in this little racing mood all of a sudden, right? Oh, it's fucking not NASCAR. Let me watch Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt. Fucking Troy. Yeah, in order, I'm gonna rate them from best to worst. Housemaids, number one.
Told you,
Number
good movie.
two, Fantastic Four. Number three, Brad Pitt F1. Let me just tell you, I was thinking about this in the shower just before I hopped on this beautiful podcast. I give Housemaids a 4.5. Potentially one of the worst movies I've ever seen if it wasn't for the other two movies. Uh, okay, I don't know spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it.
Wow.
Dante, it was a 6. It was a soft 6, right? Until the very last scene where this isn't a spoiler for anybody
On
essentially.
Housemaid, you're talking?
Yeah, where it's like, oh, my hand, my husband, he's like abusive, which is what she's leading to, right? And then she's like, when can I start? Movie cuts.
You know
I just
why?
want
That's because
I
they're
just want to
making a
say real
sequel.
quick. Yeah, I know it's a sequel, but I'm watching it with Jordan, right? And she's like, oh, it's pretty good. And I'm like, fuck, that whole scene. When can I start so I can fuck your husband? Like it was just like, oh. But anyways,
Low score.
Fantastic Four.
Tough critic.
Nothing fantastic about it. It's a steady 4. The acting was better, I guess. Fantastic Four, Marvel again. I told you I'm not into it. Brad Pitt F1, just the most. It was more nonfiction than fucking Housemaids or Fantastic Four. Brad Pitt's living in a van. I don't even give a fuck if I'm spoiling this for you guys because
Really?
spoiler. Don't watch it. Did you watch it?
I loved it. I thought it was
Oh, you
great.
loved it. Brad Pitt's living in a van. He gets called. He's 68 years old. He's running F1. He's running into everybody like Hovacar or whoever the fuck.
Yeah, that part.
They love him. It's so unrealistic. Like, watch Drive to Survive. That's a good show on F1 on Netflix. Great show. I watch every season like the second it comes out. Really disappointed in the movies. TV series, however, potentially the best TV series episode I've ever seen. Game of Thrones, fucking including the new Lord of the Rings. I'm rock hard for these fucking sci-fis. My God, the best fucking episode I've ever seen, dude. The Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which is crazy because I watched it like early this morning, like 3 a.m., because I couldn't stop thinking about it after Trillo passed out. But, anyways, that's my what are we watching? Have you watched anything worth the fuck? Because you're literally 0 for 3. In NASCAR,
Bro.
you're 0 for 10. So you're chilling at a nice 0 and 13.
First off, disappointing your rating on F1. I thought it was a good movie. Have you seen Days of Thunder?
No, what's that on?
Hey, go watch it. It's like Tom Cruise, Nicole.
What's it
Kidman.
on? Netflix?
No, I think maybe Hulu or Paramount. It's on Paramount Plus. You can. It's
Got
an
it.
older movie, and then report back to me. Like watch it with Jordan. It's a date night movie. It's a NASCAR movie, but it's good. They're making a sequel allegedly, but I thought Housemaid was good. It kept me guessing on what was coming next. And F1, I thought it was a good movie. So
F1 was the most unrealistic thing I've ever seen.
I watched Anaconda this weekend. Have you seen it yet?
Ev told you to watch that one.
Yeah, and I was actually it was better than I was expecting. I thought it'd be just complete stupidness. It was not bad. Went like rated above any of the movies you just listed, but it was good. And then I went and took the fam to see Goat, that new kids movie.
Yeah, I heard that's
Jelly
a good
Rolls
one.
in it, Steph Curry. It was pretty good, but I gotta tell you, when you go to a kids movie in the movie theater, I'm falling asleep for
It's hard to stay awake.
Yeah.
I know. Every time I take Lou to a movie, the last like 4 movies I've taken her to within the year, not even when she was 2, she just passes out, and then I pass
Yes.
out, And you know, I got that sleep apnea, so I'd be ripping them. And then me and her just passed out. We were, I mean, even Lilo and Stitch, which was good, we both crashed. She wakes
Yes, my
up,
daughter was sleeping on me. We
you
downed a
know,
bucket of popcorn, fell asleep.
yeah. Yep. You get the extra butter, extra salt, put them down, slushy, put that shit down.
And then
Think about
night
getting
night.
nachos, and then you're like, oh, let me take a nap. Then you wake up and it's time to go. And then you're like, did you enjoy that? And she's like, yeah, it was fun. Well, yeah, well, you slept the whole time, but I did too. Yeah, no, movies, dude, I mean, I'm a big nap guy. I know a lot of people aren't. And I get made fun of all the time. Big nap guy. That's like a clutch nap spot. I mean, dude, it just feel bad for people around me because I'm just like, they're like watching the movie. They're like, what the fuck? Um, let's get back into some sports. Well, do you have anything else to summarize your Daytona? What was Tyler Reddick's odds for those winners out there that picked him? I didn't know anybody that was on it. I did research. I never saw Tyler Reddick brought up. You know, we
He-
talked about Bubba Wallace finishing high or averaging high. He helped his average. Blaney was in it for a while. I saw Ev's pick. He was one of the favorites, if not the favorite. Bush was in there too. You know, was there anybody like Reddick? And then who do you think like disappeared? William Byron, was he, or was he back up there? You know, did anybody like disappear on you?
um Reddick was plus 4,000. I mean,
Oh my
statistically,
god.
everything speaking, yeah, he wasn't. I mean, he was on my radar just for the fact of I had said like it'd be crazy if one of these Michael Jordan drivers won just because the lawsuit.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that like was to me was like, oh, okay, I can see this happening, but no, was not on my radar. He's a great driver, don't get me wrong. Just I really I was really disappointed in Kyle Busch. I was all in 20 years. He qualified on the pole and the fucking guy, the first stage, everyone pits but him. Don't overthink it. Big brain. Oh, I won't pit. And then he ruined his whole race because he was off strategy, playing catch up, getting in wrecks. Just like he did it to himself. So that was frustrating.
What
After that
about Denny
happened,
Hamlin? Hamlin.
yeah. So Denny got taken out. That Allgaier came up, and I mean, that's why that guy doesn't race every Sunday.
Dude, I can't lie. I was rooting against Bush and Hamlin probably more than I was even rooting for Bubba. Like I was watching it. Trillo bets placed all five of your bozo bets. All five don't come through. I mean, you got to start cashing at one point. Your top 10, Nemechek, he disappeared. Who else did you have top 10? Austin Dillon. Did he even race?
Okay, but so here's the thing. Yeah, Austin Dillon, they made him go back so he could help Kyle. It screwed him all race. Van Gisbergen, who I bet top 10, was leading for quite a while. So that was looking like a good pick. John Hunter Nemechek, same thing. He led some laps. So I was,
Mhm.
I was on it, but it just didn't work out at the end because those wrecks. And yeah, Denny, he got wrecked. That's Daytona for you. There's wrecks. And guess what? It's Atlanta next weekend. There's going to be wrecks. It's another drafting track. It's going to be a nonsense. Just pick a name from a hat. That's who's going to win. So, but
You got big five more bets coming through Saturday. Is it Saturday or is it Sunday?
it's Sunday. And I was after Kyle was out, I was rooting for Blaney because I had some money on him too. And even him, same thing, just got stuck in the back and just like it was. So in the end, literally top 10, I had no one that I even picked that. So I was like, well, I guess I don't care who wins at this point. Happens. Hey, what's that? Wolf of Wall Street. Don't judge me on my losers. Judge me on my winners.
Because you have so few.
Yeah.
As in fucking zero to start the season. Rough start from you, hoping you can cash in a couple for the fellas.
We'll get you. We'll get you there.
You got NASCAR this week. What do you got for us for Olympic updates? I know women's hockey playing Canada tomorrow, but I'll let you lead off this segment.
Yeah, update on the medal count for you. Norway, 28 medals, 12 gold. Italy, 23 medals, 8 gold. And USA, third place, 19 medals, 6 gold. So the women are playing Canada. What is today? Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern for the gold. Maybe a little parlay going to have to happen. Men are playing Sweden in the quarterfinal Thursday at 3:10 p.m. So I like those two together.
It's on table. I'm all in.
Women have been dominant.
Yeah, their
And
puck line is, or their puck differential is like 30. I want to say 30-2. Or
They've only
30 to
allowed one
1.
goal, I
Yeah,
think.
30-1 then. It's 30-1. My bad.
The
And they
men, they're
played
playing.
Canada. They already beat them.
Yeah, they
So
already beat Canada. The men are playing Sweden, who just lost one of their best players. So
who?
I'd have to look it up. I forget the name, but which sucks because I think he plays for the Knights and he's gonna be out for the whole season in the NHL, which is some of the
Yeah.
backlash against these dudes in the
Yeah.
Olympics, but it is what it is. So yeah, Thursday we'll be putting on a parlay for sure on a Team USA. Honestly, there was so much other sports going on. I didn't have eyes too much this weekend. I got a couple notables that I saw. I like to just put it on at night. They have that going late night. I was watching some bobsledding last night. USA got gold in that. The solo women's. Honestly, the bobsledding to me is cool. I'd like to do that. I don't know if I'd fit in the sled, but I'd like to give it a shot.
Bro, I feel like what position would you want to be? Like, would you want to be the caboose up front?
Well,
You're more
the one I was
protected,
watching was
right?
solo, but no, I'd want to be the first
Oh,
guy because then
because you're
I'm
more
going in.
protected, right?
I'm going in first. Like we saw that video before, dudes flying around. If I'm the back guy, I'm not gonna catch that fucking sled going downhill.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I don't think USA is going to necessarily catch Norway. But I don't know. Winter Olympics, regular Olympics, it's like, all right, we got to get this shit figured out. Maybe,
I don't
I'm
even know
not really
what.
sure what sports are left.
That's what I
It's
was saying. I
hard.
don't know.
I feel like I tune in and I'm watching fucking curling every fucking time, dude. And I don't know where the other Olympic sports are. Chilabet's only watching fucking curling. Can't get into it. I'm sorry. Especially with the little pinky push or whatever the Canadians have been doing. They're getting called out. Funny fact, did you know that curling is not refereed? It's just a gentleman's game. So it's like me versus you, call you
Did
out,
not
call
know
me
that.
out. I kind of respect that. I think the NBA should move to that. All right. So, yeah, I do think women's, they're fucking dialed. They should be able to beat Canada. I saw the puck line was 2.5. I might be on that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think we do maybe a little puck line men's and women's. Win some coin. I also saw we won silver in the speed skating. I was watching that last night. That sport's crazy. Those people are flying around that little ice rink with those long skates. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw Canada won and the person like jumped up and the coach fell over. Belt got his throat slit with the skate. It's pretty
Scary.
crazy. Yeah.
Scary.
There's some
Yeah.
crazy crashes in that one too.
I did see that quad god, he was like minus 1100, the figure skater, the one who literally looks like the fucking
The
Napoleon
USA.
Dynamite. Yeah, he's
Yes.
USA. He looks like fucking Napoleon Dynamite from Blades of Glory, dude. I
Yes.
just couldn't even believe it.
He choked.
He was minus 1100 to win, and then he fell twice. So he ended up taking
Fell
eighth
twice.
place.
And he fell also in the team one too and the individual. So he just had like an all-time horrible Olympics.
He'll be back. Quad God. What a great nickname.
Everyone's like former US athletes have been calling him like Michael Phelps, all this shit, and being like, just hey, keep your head up. So that was pretty disappointing. He was supposed to win gold in both his events. So
I mean, minus 1100, bro.
Can't have it.
Can't have it.
I also
Somebody's
saw
got a ticket for plus good money there.
Lindsey Vonn finally made it back home to the United States. Her leg is shattered. I didn't realize like there was jeopardy of like she most had to like lose her leg at one point.
Oh yeah, dude. I knew
Crazy.
like the second she went down, all the fucking snow flying around. Like you didn't see like Brees Hall or Tyreek Hill injury where it's like, oh, he broke his leg. You couldn't even see what was going on. You just knew that it wasn't good. They're flying so fast, but yeah, it was brutal. Let's move on to college basketball here. So some good games over the weekend. Arizona lost twice. Michigan's the new number one. I saw they took care of business at Purdue today. I've been telling you, dude, I thought Michigan's the best team in the nation for a while.
Yeah,
I'm sitting on a Houston ticket. They fall to Iowa State yesterday. I shout out to Iowa State. I think if that game's on a neutral court, I think Houston wins that. But, it's funny. I was on the 2.5. They lose by 3. Fuck me. Iowa State beats Kansas and Houston. So a couple top 10 wins. Florida beats Kentucky. If Florida's back, they just beat South Carolina. They didn't cover, but Florida's back. I know you don't like betting on them. They're back. What else here? Texas Tech beat Arizona, and then Arizona falls to who do they lose to? Too? They just lost again.
I just thought they lost to Texas Tech.
Yeah, they lost.
Did they lose to Kansas?
Yes, they lost to Kansas too last week. Yep. And then Iowa State's funny because then they lost to TCU. So a lot of madness going on. I'll tell you the most fucking consistent team in the nation, dude. I've been saying this for a hot minute too for betting. Miami of Ohio. This was the only quad 3 team. So there's 4 quads, right? Quad 1 is going to be your Floridas, your fucking Michigans, your Sparty, right? Quad 2, fucking, I don't know, Iowa-ish, medium ranked teams. UMass is a quad 3 team. So Miami doesn't have to play any more quad 3, 2s, or 1s. So they're going to be undefeated. Dante, if they don't win out, including their tournament, they might not go to the national March Madness tournament, which I think is baloney. I mean, they're 26-0 now. So they were 2.5-point favorites. It was the quickest bet of my life today, and it cashed. So I think I bet Trillo bets, college basketball bets, probably 30 times on these fuckers. Well, 26 times, and they've just been cashed.
You betting the spread too?
Typically, yeah. Well, they're big on the overs too, man. My little system is telling me the over. Big shout out to Michigan State right now, up 28 against UCLA. I know you didn't want to put that in there. They lost to Wisconsin. Big update on Wisconsin right now, losing by 16 at Ohio State.
I don't trust Wisconsin. Don't trust them in basketball.
Can't. They were lights out last week against Sparty, dude. I mean, it was like watching fucking OKC against the Nuggets, dude. It was just they couldn't defend the perimeter and they couldn't make threes. It was like, that kid had 29. I think he had 7 3-pointers. So
right.
Watching Nebraska and Iowa right now, 28-33. Iowa's up by 5. They were 1.5-point favorites. I need Wisconsin or Nebraska to come through for me. Kansas State fired their coach, Jerome Tang. It's going to cost them $19 million. They're trying to sue. Did you see this?
They're trying to say it was for cause.
They're not trying to sue him, but they're trying to say, yep, cause. So, he embarrassed the program. He was talking about our players, blah, blah, blah. I think it's just going to be a settlement. Probably $10 million gets him out of there. I
didn't see what they said the cause was, though. I just saw they were trying to fire him for cause.
It's because of his interview. He had a post-game interview. He's like, these guys don't deserve to wear this jersey. It's embarrassing.
He's not wrong. They suck.
Yeah, they're not doing too good. They are winning tonight, which, it's always that when they fire the coach, do you pull the trigger and bet? NBA, NHL, I think is like fucking on a heater. But I don't know. Is there a team out there that you're still sticking by? You still sticking with your Purdue, even though the Boilermakers lose today against the best team in the nation?
Purdue's been a little bit disappointing. You're right about Florida. I was in on them early, and then I went out. They might be coming back. I'm still in on Arizona. I like them a lot. But Michigan might be a Michigan man this year. They've been solid all season. It's just like all about getting hot at the right time, though, which makes me like, Florida. You know what I mean? Like, get those losses out of the way, learn from them versus teams like Arizona, Michigan. They're not going to really know what to do, and if they get down,
Iowa State technically could be up in there too. My only thing is I haven't seen Iowa State go past the Elite Eight in my lifetime, so I don't even think it's fucking possible for them to do it. But they got Jefferson, they got Mimo Lakovic. Fucking, he's the wettest 3-point shooter in the nation. Dude, and he shoots 7 3-pointers a game. So he has like 2 crazy statistics. He rips at least 7 a game. And he has the highest field goal percentage, which I think is just impressive. That's some Jokic shit where he's 70% field goal percentage. I was talking to this guy at work. He's a San Antonio Spurs fan. And he's like, yeah, Wemby's really cool, but I'd rather, I fuck with Jokic. And love that respect. That dude knows ball.
Yeah, I don't like Iowa State personally. Can't bet on them. Hope they
can't bet on them. They'll let you down. Overall, Trilla bets 53 and 47 in college basketball picks. I'm between 5 a day, dude. I was crawling. I'm clawing, bro. I'm clawing, man.
The
It's
thing
good.
with you is after you go have a losing day, definitely the next you never have 2 losing days in a row. I'll give you
I
that.
haven't. I haven't in a minute. Couple winning days back to back. It's hard, man. It's hard to be consistent with this shit. You know, I kind of want to just, I look at the board and I'm like, oh, this team's going to win, or oh, this team's going to win. But I got my system. I've been trusting the system, breaking it down
How
for
many
y'all
times do you like how you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick this team, and then your system's like, nope, actually,
quite a few times. Like,
and
so
who's
like
usually right? Is your gut ever right?
guts right quite a bit. Yes. So we'll get into what we're giving up for Lent. But yesterday I did a system parlay where I bet $1 on 17 games, 15 out of 17, including Houston. And I lost like one of the third ones and it was an underdog, but I had a lot of plus like 150, 170s in there and I just systemized it all the way down. So I was like, fuck me, man. I mean, that was just money line parlays too. So I was like, oh shit. Uh,
What did a dollar win?
seven, I think it was like 770 or some shit. Dude, there was like a plus 235 in there. I just threw them in there. They ended up winning by fucking 19. That was like the one that I was sweating. But yeah, it did. I wish it would have came down to Houston because I would have had a fucking heart attack over here. But I watched that game, parts of it yesterday, the last half. Houston is going to be fine. I'm still content with my Houston future bet. I wish I had Michigan stake. I feel like I should have been on them. I think I'm looking at the big board, right? So I'll just look at the top 25. I do think the Big 12 is the best conference, right? So I could potentially see two of them making it just because of the standings. You got Michigan, or sorry, Houston, Arizona, Iowa State, Kansas, essentially Texas Tech. Essentially, Texas Tech's legit as fuck too. By the way,
And you've
Toppin.
been doubting. You were
I'm a
anti
hater on
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, Toppin is legit. They can shoot the three. They play really good defense. So I look at like those teams. Houston's a Final Four team. Obviously, Arizona's a Final Four team. Iowa State's potentially a Final Four team. Kansas, if Peterson plays, Bill Self, you ain't betting against him. And then, like I said, Texas Tech, I could totally see like a 3 seed sneaking in. You know how there's always like a 3 seed sneaking in. That would be Texas Tech. I then think Big Ten, but I'm looking at teams I can eliminate, right? So, for example, like top five: Michigan, Houston, Duke, Arizona, Connecticut. If I had to eliminate one team, I hate to say it, it's Duke because of the inexperience. Okay. Then I would probably, I hate to say it, eliminate Arizona. I just don't think that they're really, they're
they're
contenders.
pretty battle tested though. They've got some good
I
players.
know, I know, and I love it, but UConn, I believe in. Houston, Samson, Michigan. I know they got your boy Dusty May, fucking Crusty May, go Sparty. But no, Michigan's long and they're good. They could beat you. They got elite guard play. They could beat you anyway. Anybody could score on that team. Purdue, not a believer. Kansas, I'm not a believer in them too because Peterson wakes up and decides he doesn't want to play. Nebraska, not a believer. Gonzaga, cannot believe. Florida, believer. Texas Tech, believer. Virginia, I saw people talking about them. I'll probably have them losing in the second round. Sparty, big believer. North Carolina, Caleb Wilson out. Don't bet on Carolina. I watched them today. They didn't even look like a tournament team. St. John's, sneaky good team, believe. St. Louis loses. Vanderbilt, the best team in the SEC besides Arkansas. I'm not betting against Coach Cal either. That could be that they made
Yeah,
the
especially
Elite
when
Eight
it comes to
last year.
tournament
I
teams.
had them predicted to make it to the Elite Eight. I pray to God they somehow play Kentucky in the tournament. Louisville, not believers of. Ohio, obviously can't believe them. BYU, their second best player, Samson, got hurt. That sucks. They're really fun to watch. Debanza is a fucking unit.
See, you
Bama's ranked
kept it close
again.
against them.
Huh?
See,
Yeah,
you
so you
kept.
did. Yeah. That's the BYU is just unserious because like they're so loaded, like roster and talent, but they cannot figure it out. Uh I don't know. I think it's just like a different system. They're trying to figure this out. But so like I said, you got a bunch of non-believers in there. In my opinion, it's looking like Michigan, UConn, the Big 12 schools. threats. I'm sticking with my Houston bet, but I'm open to Michigan. It sucks they're the 1 seed, but Iowa
Well,
State too.
a
Elite
lot's
guard
going to
play.
change this last month. We're in the thick of conference play. We've got, the second of these games for teams that play everyone in their conference twice. So there's going to be some games, tournament time. There's always one team that just like will lose in the
Yeah,
first
like you
round of their
said,
tournament.
if Florida wins their tournament, I couldn't see them being
Yeah.
higher than a 2 seed, and you don't want to be betting against them. Like I watched them, just not destroy, but they took care of business against South Carolina. So yeah, let's move on to NFL breaking news. So Dolphins release Tyreek Hill and Bradley Chubb, two people I don't want to see on the Broncos, looking for a possible trade for Tua. Tyreek Hill, it sucks. I fuck with him. That injury is something where it's like, is he going to be faster, stronger? I can't see it. He's getting older. Totally see him going back to Kansas City and pissing me off.
Yeah.
Bradley Chubb, wouldn't touch him with the 10-foot pole. Bonkers. Shout out to Bonkers in the Wild. He commented, bring him back on a vet minimum. I said, negative Nancy. Cannot do it. I'd rather bring back DeMarcus Ware than Bradley Chubb. You heard it here first.
Yeah. I'm out on Tyreek too. Too much drama. There's no way. The whole point of Tyreek Hill is his speed. There's no way he hasn't lost a step or two on the speed. So
Mike Evans expected to test free agency. Bills name is a team to watch. I would anticipate the Bills are going to try to get Tyreek, Mike Evans, and they're going to end up with Antonio Pierce. C.J. Stroud, Kyler Murray, Anthony Richardson, Tyson Badgett could be QBS. Who's Tyson Badgett?
the Bears backup.
Oh my God. Could be quarterbacks to watch on trade market. CJ Stroud. What would Houston be doing? Fucking with David Mills?
I don't know. I've been perusing through the interwebs, looking at
You gotta
trade
be careful
things.
with fake news. Josh Jacobs possible cap cut. I did see that. Rock hard moment for Trillo Bets. Adam Schefter tweeted, the Seahawks are not projected to use their fucking franchise tag on K9. It's happening. He's a Denver Bronco. I think it sucks, right? When you win a Super Bowl, you got to pay everybody. You can't afford it. They like their young offense. They think that any running back could do. You draft a day 2 running back, have him linked up with Charbonnet.
Well, first they like Charbonnet more. I think for some reason they like Charbonnet more. They won't admit it, but they play him more. And for fantasy purposes, we know how frustrating it is with those two running backs. So
a bunch of assistant coaches moving around. So I'm gonna flip through these quick. Bills hired John Fox as an assistant coach. I saw they hired a shit ton of assistant coaches. I don't get it. Raiders hired Mike McCoy to be an assistant coach and promote defensive lineman coach Rob Leonard to DC. People are saying this is going to keep Max Crosby. Broncos favored on Kelce to get Max Crosby. Dante, are you ripping Kelce bets?
I'm not, but I often see their markets, and this one just made no sense to me. That's why I put it in there because what would we do with Max Crosby? I don't even want him, honestly.
I like it. You don't have to play him, but the price tag is going to be so fucking high.
What a big dummy to think the Raiders would trade him in the conference. If you're betting on that, you're an idiot, first of all. But second, we have two great edge rushers. Give me Bonito over Max Crosby. And what the Raiders are going that's one reason that I put that in there because they wanted to hire that coach to keep Max Crosby. So
yeah.
I don't know.
I think he stays. I just couldn't see. I don't know. I guess he was pissed last year, but I mean,
he was pissed because they shut him down. He wanted to play. They benched him.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Trivia: who had the highest selling jersey this season? Dante, give me a hint.
The Broncos played them this year.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm good, huh? I'm fucking good, huh? I bet Bo Nix was top 10.
He was, yeah. So, I just thought that was an interesting fact. Josh Allen, highest selling jersey. It's usually always Mahomes.
You are
a nice
fucking glazer. You're turning into fucking Evan with Dak Prescott. He would have totally said Dak Prescott. Notable Broncos news. Alex Singleton, high priority to re-sign. Bonkers, vet minimum. Give me the new guy.
They said they're going to give him a they're gonna go after him and give him a good contract. So just get ready for that.
I guess that's okay. I fuck with him. Cole Kmet, possible trade target. Yuck. AJ Brown, Riley Moss, and a second round pick. Done. Rico Dowdle. I saw that a name to watch in free agency. I dig it. If the price is right, is he more expensive than Algier? I would take the cheaper of the two.
I like Dowdle. I mean, he's explosive, but the problem is, I want him between the tackle running back. We already have Harvey. Where does Harvey fit into this? I don't know. Josh Jacobs, I take him. I obviously Kenneth Walker, tier 1. Tier 2, Josh Jacobs. But these tier 3, like Algier, Dowdle, I put them kind of in the same category. I saw one I do not want is Alvin Kamara. Saw he could be a cap cut. Don't want him. He's
Then
old.
Sean Payton?
Dude, yeah, what is it? 2018? Come on. He's old. He gets
I wanted
hurt.
Kamara 2 years ago.
Yeah,
I want him 2 years ago.
there's a lot of guys. Same thing with these receivers. Shout out my buddy at work, Aaron. We debate all day. He wants to sell the farm for George Pickens. I'm like, I don't know. I'd rather get AJ Brown, honestly. Don't want Jalen Waddle at all. Do not want him. He's a bum. Trust me, I'm a Dolphins fan. He sucks. Everyone that's like, oh, I'd give a first today for Waddle. You're an idiot. That's why we didn't do it at the trade deadline. I'll give him anybody. Who you want? You want Troy Franklin in a pick for AJ Brown? See ya. I just feel like with George Pickens, the price tag is going to be pretty high because he's going to be on a contract and you're going to have to re-sign him. And I don't know if I want to commit to that. Just saying. So I'd rather target like Brian Thomas. That's a good name I'd like to see.
I don't think Jacksonville's going to move on from him, man. I think they're liking their offense that they have over there.
He wasn't involved in it.
He will be. NBA, I'm not sure if you got eyes on the All-Star game. I heard good things. The slam dunk contest was horrible. Not sure if you saw Jace Richardson tried to do off the backboard. He hit his head on the ground, and you could hear that. He went to Michigan State. It's so unserious, man. It's so bad. I think I think officially the dunk contest is over. 3-point competition. Shout out to Dame Lillard. Didn't even know he was healthy enough to shoot threes. He won it. I bet on Jamal Murray. I'm not even sure how he did. I would assume horrible. Didn't watch any of this shit just because I wasn't interested. Shout out to the Americans though, and Cade Cunningham. When this gets real for the Olympics, I will tune in because we are definitely fired up with Ant Edwards here. I think he's my favorite NBA player right now, besides like Jokic, right? Is Ant, which sucks because he kills the Nuggets, dude. He just shreds us. But I mean, I love it. He's the face of the NBA, in my opinion, in terms of the Americans, right? Because you got Luka, you got Jokic, you got Wemby, who's obviously fucking unguardable. I saw him shoot over KD too, and it was like two fucking aliens reaching fucking towards space, and Wemby still beat him. Just crazy. Gerald's gonna start chiming in now on Nuggets talk. It is getting time. I want to say CP3, the Wake Forest legend, retired. Was it Wake Forest or Georgia Tech? Might have been Georgia Tech. I think it might have been Georgia Tech. Yeah, he retired. Sad. I felt like the last 3-4 years have been bad for him when he was such a fucking legend, the point guard. People remember New Orleans Hornets. Chris Paul was nasty, averaging 10 assists a game. Did you get any eyes on the All-Star games activities?
No, I did not, but I asked trusted Crew Talk NBA insider Gerald what his opinion was, and he gave me a pretty lengthy response, more than I cared to read. But to be honest with you, he said just after 5 paragraphs, he just said describe in one word, but underwhelming. So I got to take his word for it. I do like the whole little USA versus the world type deal. I wish it was more just like a straight up game instead of this little tournament stupid thing they're doing. NBA's horny for tournaments. All they want to do is tournaments now for some reason. So I don't understand it. But I was thinking Luka, Wemby, Jokic, all on the same teams, kind of
Jamal, Shea.
Yeah, Jamal, he sucks. I don't want, dude. I'm so tired of Jamal Murray, man. Trade him away for someone that's worth a shit. But yeah, and the NBA. Shout out
You're
to
just
anyone
not
that
a
actually
fan.
played in the NBA in the All Star game because they don't even play in the regular season games where they can get hurt. So this was a big deal for them. They should be applauded for that. We'll never be back to the days of them dunking over the Kias and the dunk contest used to be. Oh, I will say, shout out Gerald. He wanted me to make sure I noted on here. From 10 years ago, Aaron Gordon was robbed of the dunk contest.
He was. Zach LaVine beat him. I was gonna say, all right. I was talking to my barber. Shout out to Goat T, who, by the way, has been cutting my hair since homecoming in high school. That is crazy. Thinking of 17 years ago, but LeBron James ruined the dunk contest because he never did it. And it's like one of those things where you don't necessarily have to do it to break it. He broke it. He made it feel like it wasn't serious. So he robbed all of the NBA fans around the world of that.
By not doing
So
it.
by not doing it. So I think people were like, oh, if LeBron's not going to do it, I'm not going to do it. And then it just went downhill from there. I will say, too, only real ones remember he ruined the All-Star game, too, because he gets the ball one-on-one against Kobe, who's obviously the competitive fucking GOAT that he is, right? What do you do in that instance? You take it on. Even if you fail, you take it. He looks over, he passes. Melo looks at him and says, like, man, you can't do that. You have to take him. Kobe was like soft. You know how Kobe was. He ruined the All-Star fucking game too for me. He ruined the dunk contest. I think he'd rather do the 3-point competition, to be honest with you. I think he would have 10 years ago too. One could say he's ruined the NBA for me. I don't know. I was talking to somebody like, who's your top 3 in basketball? It's always like, oh, LeBron's the GOAT. Michael, Kobe, LeBron. Those are my 3. Top 5. I'm not that into it. I wouldn't even give it. I just think that Kobe was like, he was a competitor, a killer. LeBron, a physically gifted athlete. Yeah,
How long
that's kind of
before
where I'm at.
Jokic passes?
I think Jokic is more so like the Tim Duncan level, where like he won't get the respect that he deserves. In my opinion,
But
just because
stats
he's not
wise,
he's not an explosive player. Like he's
stats
not.
wise, though, he's way ahead of.
Yeah, I mean, not in championships, right? What if he only wins one? Then you could say like, oh, 10 years down the
if
road, you could be like,
Jamal Murray's his Robin, he's only going to win one.
you could say, right? Like, oh man, but I think Jokic will be like on like that Shaquille O'Neal level where it's like you have different styles, right? You have Kareem fucking jump hooking around. You got Wilt, you got Jokic. I think Jokic will be like, it depends on your vibes, right? Do you prefer breaking backboards because you're gonna say Shaquille O'Neal was better than Jokic? Are you a finesse type of guy? You like a guy who doesn't even jump off the fucking ground? Because that's Jokic. I don't even know the last time I seen that motherfucker jump. So it's just crazy to me. Again, I was talking to that guy at work, and he was like, "I've never seen somebody dominate the NBA without jumping." And I was like, you know what? That's accurate, man. He doesn't jump. He's not an explosive guy.
Doesn't need
He
to.
doesn't even like it either. To be honest, he just likes to race. That wasn't my rant of the week, Dante. Rant of the week, and then we'll wrap this shit up. Fucking, this pisses me off, dude. Probably more than the
Get
last
it off your
rant of the week.
chest.
It makes me feel better. This is a safe place. Motherfuckers that get up when your airplane lands. You know what I'm talking about? Plane lands, they're getting up, they're fucking grabbing, and they're just running. They're running, right? Special place in hell for you motherfuckers, bro. I'll say, not anybody on the plane likes you, including your wife and your kids. They're embarrassed for you. Don't be the guy. I don't give a fuck where you got to go. You ain't getting there faster than anybody else. Had this family pass me. No, not judging the wife and the kid. They're nervous. They're embarrassed. That guy, straight clown show. You don't want to be the guy that's running around trying to beat. You just hate it. I've always said this. This might be a crazy thing, but I want your thoughts on it. If I was on a plane, let's say there's 225 people, they're me, right? I bet we're all getting off the plane in less than 3 minutes. It's always the people fucking running around like fucking madmen, man. Running around, trying to jump, trying to skip. They're cutting, they're splitting families, they're dividing. Then they got to get their fucking bag, which is fucking 30 rows up. You know what I'm saying? It's just horrible, man. It's just that's my Deep Patrol rant of the day. I'm traveling a lot lately. Maybe I'm just like being crabby. I hate to be a whiny bitch on here,
No,
but you know the airline associates don't like you. Nobody on the plane likes you. Your family's embarrassed for you. Rotten hell for the person that gets just immediately stands up and starts just walking around.
well, it's first of all, where are you going? Now you're blocking me and then the row ahead of you because you're trying to stand up like an asshole. Second of
Yeah.
all, I've been in a situation where they came over the intercom and they said, "Hey, these people, me, have a connecting flight that's cutting it close. Let them off first. Well, I can't get through the fucking aisle because this dude just standing up looking for his bag 30 rows behind him. It's like, dude,
Mhm.
you know what? Sit down and get it when there's a chance. Look at these aisles. Okay. Me and you aren't both getting through there. Look at me. Look at you. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
there's no
I'm with you.
coordination.
If it was
There's
honestly
always a select
my
few that
point of
follow.
attack is this. I'm the last one to board the plane. Like, oh, what boarding zone are you? Don't care. Once everyone's on the plane, I'll go in. Why are we're all going to the same place? So I'm not getting there super early. Second of all, I might be the last one off the plane. I'm gonna sit down, let you idiots figure it out. I'm gonna finish my
Yeah.
podcast, finish my movie. I'll get off the plane too. So I'm not in a big rush when I travel. Even when I do it for work, same thing. It's like, listen, what do we, were you in a big
What the
hurry to go
fuck
to
is
your
the
meeting?
well, like it's
You
not
get
like
yelled at?
it's not like you're saving 40 minutes. You're saving like a minute and a half, if not 2 minutes. Like I so the funny thing is that family man that I saw, I literally saw him like I passed him on the little walk thing. I'm like, wow, all that for me to just
Yeah,
walk
that's a
right past
you
you.
you
It's
you
like
you make eye contact with him at the baggage claim.
I
You're
just
like, wow,
roll my
buddy.
eyes. I'm like, dude, everybody rolled their eyes, man. I mean, he's just jumping in front of people,
You
dude. I
know,
mean, just
well,
crazy.
while we're talking airports, another thing I don't like wearing your pajamas in a tank top on the plane and slippers. Put a fucking shirt on. I don't want to see that shit, dude. And it's always the nastiest people. Look like they haven't showered. It's like, I don't need you in a suit and tie, but
Yeah,
throw some pants on.
Jordan was telling me, I think we talked about it. She was sitting next to this dude on a plane who was wearing flip-flops, just sticks his leg like on
Yeah.
his foot on his leg and just starts scratching his foot. I think that's where I would have to say something. I don't even give a fuck if they're in the other row. You know, fun fact on my way home from Vegas with Jordan, last time Trillo went, Trillo got thrown up on the plane.
Dude, that's
Did I tell you that?
all-time ending. Yeah, and they didn't give you enough. I know they gave you
No.
some flight credits. It wasn't enough.
Flight credit, and then I sat next to this guy who literally rolled his eyes at me and was like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Bro, dude, what do you want me to do?" This guy just projectile vomited. He lays down. He gets like water brought to him. I'm like, "Fuck this guy,
He's
dude."
drunk. They're acting like he's having a medical emergency. He's drunk.
Yeah, he's just wasted. Yeah,
What's
Vegas.
your thoughts on eating on the plane?
Eating on the plane?
Yeah.
I mean, I devour the pretzels that they give me, like instant.
Let's say,
I,
if you're going an hour or two, you don't need a sandwich. But let's say you're going to New York. It's a 4-hour flight. You bringing
yeah,
a
dude.
sandwich?
No, no, because I'm sleeping on the flight. I mean,
Oh,
I don't give
okay.
a fuck if it's an hour, 3 hours, or 6 hours. When Trillo gets on the plane, he is out.
I'm not a plane
I'm
sleeper.
on my nerdy shit, right? I've been listening to like this historical podcast where it's like a bunch of random shit. Right now, I'm listening. So it's like Genghis Khan. Dude, these things are hours long. They're hours long. So like I was listening to Genghis Khan. Now I'm listening to the Persian Empire. I don't even know what the fuck is happening. It's like reading a book where it's just like super like if I was reading a medical book, I would read it and I'd be like, I don't even know what the fuck I just said. That's what listening to it is, but the dude's voice just puts me right to sleep. So I just listen to it and then I just rewind it and I'm like, that sounds familiar. And then I just fall asleep, just instant. I'm talking the vibration. So last flight, well, last flight on my way home last weekend, I fall asleep. I hop on. We're starting to do the back up. I fall asleep. all right, there's nobody in the middle seat, so I got tons of space. I'm like, cool, super cozy wozy. Pass out, fucking wake up an hour later. We're still on the fucking ground. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? People are leaving the plane. They're fucking running around. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. I asked the dude next, like in the aisle next to me, I'm like, what's going on? He's like, oh yeah, we haven't left. I'm like, oh,
That's hilarious.
fuck me. He's like, yeah, there's like a mechanical issue. They might have us deboard. And then I was like, fuck. So then you can't sleep, right? And then
Wasted your
after
nap.
like 30 minutes, so an hour and a half delay of sitting on the plane, the people just running around. I need to get off. I have a connecting flight. Blah, 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 just adding on to the mayhem. Where it's like, just sit down. Just sit down. We're all going to Denver. Like, right? So that's kind of my
Bro,
shitty travel.
Airport travel. Trust me, you want to see someone's true colors, travel with them. Be in an airport with them. People will backstab you. I've been in a situation where everyone's flight's canceled and people are like, oh, there's only one way to, oh, you got to go on the app to get a ticket. Oh, really? Yeah, I just did it 20 minutes ago and they said there's only 2 left. So, but I'm going to tell you now, people are ruthless in the airports. It's kind of a neat social experiment just to watch people when you're walking
Yeah.
around the airport.
Yeah,
it's
people
all
do
walks
that.
of
Like
life.
people watching. I don't like to people watch. I'm like usually I just kind of minding my own business, listening to I like listening to some other podcasts and shit. But once I hit the plane, it's fucking snooze out for me, and I don't
I'm
I don't
jealous.
even
I'm
care.
not a plane, can't sleep on the plane. I don't know why. I'm not a big napper in general, but I love
Oh,
to, if I'm traveling and like a series just came out, I'll purposely wait to watch it so I can just watch it on the plane or whatever.
binge it. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes your flight
But
go by faster. Yeah.
my plane rides are always my like quarterly, let me clean out my phone, delete all my old pictures, daughter gets the phone, takes 100 pictures. So
Yeah.
that's my plane rides, my cleanup time. I used to like to eat a little snack on the plane, but I don't know now. I'm just give me something like a Gatorade. For some reason, I like a Gatorade on the plane,
Yeah, something
and
flavored. I mean, you could get like a Diet Coke from them or a Coke or a
give me
drink if you're
the
having.
free pretzels they hand out. I'm good. If you're
Oh,
pulling
I
out
devour them.
the
I
meal
I
and eating the
literally just
whole, yeah,
one bite. It's not enough. It's like how they're fucking making potato chips recently, where it's like you buy the big Dorito bag and then there's like fucking 8 Doritos in there. That's how the pretzels are,
dude,
fuckers.
you get more pretzels than you do the little drink they give you. They pull out a little can of soda and they pour 1/3 in your cup, and you take one sip, it's
Oh,
gone.
yeah, ask him for it. I ask him for it. All right, last thing. We got 2 minutes left. What is Dante giving up for Lent? Lent tomorrow, Ash Wednesday.
I've gone back and forth. The wife's given up social media. I kind of thought about giving
Oh,
up social media, but you got to have Twitter. That's where I get my news
you
from.
also are in. Yeah, you run social media accounts for your
Yeah.
job.
So I kind of need it. I could cut back a little bit, maybe on the screen time. But I'm really working on my sleep this Lent. So I'm trying to be no electronics in bed by 10. I don't know what time it is right now. We're good right now. So we're gonna have to move these podcasts up maybe a little bit because sometimes we'll be down here till 11 o'clock. But I'm trying to be in
Weekends are
bed.
different, right?
No,
Weekends are
yeah,
different.
maybe on the Saturdays and the Fridays, but
This is
on school
work, though.
nights,
This is work.
and then so I'm trying to do that. Give up and then get up by 6 a.m. Working on the
6
sleep
a.m.
this Lent. Yeah.
6 a.m. Wake up schedule is nice. Yeah, getting in bed early probably a good one for
I mean,
everybody.
I'm talking, I'll go to bed at 1 a.m., wake up 7, 8,
It sucks.
crawl to
Yeah,
work. Yeah.
yeah,
Gotta
it
get better.
sucks. All right. Well, Trillo bets. I too found myself spinning some different ideas around. I was thinking hard alcohol for a minute, but then I was like, I'm not really a guy who's ripping a lot of shots, to be honest with you. I'm not really making a lot of mixed drinks. So I felt
And you're
like
gonna have to
that's a
be doing
fucking
buzz balls when you lose your bets. So
don't lose bets. So I'm like, I don't think that's worth it. I was thinking alcohol potentially, but Jesus loved wine, so I'll just say that. I'm just kidding. But I got March Madness coming up in Vegas. It's like why make a goal not achievable, right? I couldn't even do fucking dry January. Uh, Plus this weekend's coming up, and next weekend, and then the weekend after that. So that's fucking out. Uh, and then. What was the other one? Oh, I was thinking gambling, right? So I'm like, hey, I could probably, take a break from gambling, But then something better crossed my mind because that was fucking out the second I thought of it. No more parlays for Lent. We are giving up parlays. No more $1 fucking to $17 million. That's
We just talked
fucking
about a
stupid.
parlay for Thursday with USA.
Not parlaying it. Not doing it. I'm gonna be paying the juice. I'm not parlaying for Lent. Trilla bets, 40 days, 40 nights, no fucking parlays. As much as I want to rip a UFC parlay, Trilla bets, not ripping them. Probably going to be up monster units in 40 days.
Probably going to be down because you're not going to be hitting those couple parlays to save you.
Haven't won a same game parlay since Nom. That's included. No more parlays. The buzzball bet of the weekend, for those of you that are wondering, there's big UFC fights. There's big boxing fights, including Ryan Garcia. That boxing shenanigans, by the way, Saturday is a 3-fight championship fight card. Great opportunity to rip a parlay. I won't be ripping a parlay physically, but I will be posting some good boxing bets. I haven't done my research on the card yet. We got a couple of days. Friday, we're gonna make Ev, Dick, our co-host, bring in a bet. It has to be a plus money bet, plus 120, plus 230, plus 7,000. Don't give a fuck. Straight bet. Losers. So potentially all three of us could lose. We'll have to slam a Buzzball Monday. Buzzball bet of the weekend. W fucking segment. You love to see it.
Love it. I'm already 0-4, so I'm due.
Yep. You got to rip your NASCAR parlay. Really hoping you got to rip your NASCAR bets. Really hoping I can try to fade you. If I was fading you, I'd be a millionaire right now.
I did get some hate on TikTok. I posted my bets and someone came back today and they're like, "Oh, didn't hit a single one, did you?" I'm like, "Listen, buddy, the best odds I posted are plus 240. I'm ripping plus 1,000. All right, what do you think's gonna happen? I'm gonna go 5-0. So I don't.
It would be impossible for you to go 5-0 because you picked 3 winners.
That's what I'm
saying. The best you could have
done is one. But all you need is. I posted 6 picks. I could have went 4 for 6.
Oh yeah,
I'd have got all 3 top 10 and the winner. But that's not realistic. You're just shooting for, if you get the winner, you've made up all your money.
Start focusing on head-to-heads. Maybe you should rip this week head-to-head matchups. Can you do that in NASCAR? Golf, you can.
Yeah, you can, but this is a draft. Like I said, don't judge me these first 3 weeks because they're all crapshoot races. This is a 36-week season, all right? We got a lot of time to get into it. This is like UConn loses at the Maui Invitational, you write them off, all right?
If you get to 0-25, bro, I think you might have to do the big buzzball slam, bro. That might be like a fucking like a big buzzball episode where it's like, all right, you're 0-25, start drinking, and we'll tell you when to stop. That's just crazy. All right. Well, sorry we couldn't rip it yesterday. It was a holiday. We decided to take the day off. Again, shout out to the YouTube legend, Gerald, the guy holding it down. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, up on Apple Music too, by the way, Apple Podcasts. So, give your phone to your old lady. Make sure she downloads it on her phone too. Other than that, shout out to Ev, fucking new computer guy. All of a sudden fucking thinks he's fucking Apple fucking dickhead now, buying a new computer. Can't be on the podcast. Unacceptable. I know he's listening. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. God bless. We'll be ripping more bets.
No parlays.
No more parlays. Trilla bets out.